What's up, guys? I had a couple of people ask me about this Walmart Power Acoustik Gothic 12, so I went ahead and picked one up. Taking it out of the box, it looks pretty decent. I mean, it's an $80 sub, which, you know, that's not really cheap these days because there's a lot of good cheap subwoofers out there, but it's not expensive either. And we'll get it hooked up and see what it does shortly. The cone's pretty stiff, the rubber feels pretty good. It's a decent looking sub. It's got a decent magnet on it. It's pretty big. Nothing super crazy, but it's pretty stout. It's got like a metallic silver finish on the basket, and it's a stamped basket. It's got push terminals. They are pretty small, but it does have push terminals. It's got air vents around on the back side of the spider for ventilation, so that's good. So like I said, it looks pretty respectable for 80 bucks. It definitely doesn't look like, you know, a cheap piece of crap woofer, and it's definitely not crazy, but I mean, I'm kind of impressed so far. It looks pretty good. So we'll get it hooked up and actually see what it does and see how good it sounds, and then we'll see if it's worth 80 bucks or if it's better to go spend 100 bucks and maybe get, you know, a big step up sub, or if if this will sound better than like a Rockville K6 or one of the good sounding subs that are in the exact same price range. So stay tuned and we'll get it hooked up and get it cranking. What's up, guys? We got this Walmart Power Acoustik Gothic 12 hooked up out here. Same usual setup I use for testing. The Soundstream TXP 6001D. Got the Extreme Electronics DSP set up, but I'm actually running it straight right now because I like to do that to see how the subwoofers naturally sound. And the audio pipe 6 farad cap. So let's go ahead and turn on some music and you guys can check it out. Alright guys, we're back, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with this sub. The sound quality is great. It sounds good for all types of music. You know, I threw some rap, country, metal, rock, and it played them all, and it played them all well, so that's good. It gets loud. It has a lot of excursion and moves a lot of air. So with one of these 12s in this 38 hertz tuned vented enclosure, it fills up my full-size Armada pretty full. I mean, it sounds good. These are basically kind of like a rebadged Soundstream R3, which you guys know I'm a big fan of the R3s. They're really good sounding and performing woofers, and they're probably still my favorite for total sound quality. So these are probably pretty identical. I'm going to do another video also where I'm going to compare the Power Acoustik Gothic Walmart 12s, the regular Power Acoustik Gothic 12s, and the Soundstream R3 12s. So we'll check the weight, the magnet size, the dimensions, and we'll actually test them, and we'll see if one handles more power than the other, because the claims on the box and the ratings are different. or if it's just kind of one of those things they did for marketing where they changed the specs a little bit so that people didn't think that they were the same as a Soundstream R3. But we'll get into that video. But honestly, this is a big winner. It's a great sounding sub. It's not too boomy, which you guys know that I don't like subs that are so boomy where they can't reproduce music the way it's meant to be. So this actually did a very good job of that. So I give it a total thumbs up. One thing I would note, it's at 2 ohms right now. Obviously, it's a dual 4 ohm sub. So the Soundstream is putting out 12 to 1300. This sub, it's taking it just fine, but it is getting a little warm, and I can't really utilize all that power because mechanically it starts to bottom out. So although it seems like it can take 1200, I really think the max usable wattage on this sub is probably around 800 or 1000. If you give it any more than that, you're wasting it because you can't push it. You can't push all that power through it. Mechanically, it just starts to kind of bottom out. But great sub. I give it a thumbs up. I'll leave it up to you if it's worth saving $20 or $30 to get the Walmart version, or if you'd rather get the Soundstream R3 or the Power Acoustik Gothic version. But if you just wanted to run down to Walmart and grab a good sounding sub, this definitely fills the ticket. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and also keep posted on that next video comparing these 3 Gothic R3 series subs. And we'll have the amp dyno hooked up, and we'll see the power wattage they can each handle before they break up too. So stay tuned for that video. Appreciate you.